Oh, are you kidding me? Well, I am live. This is K0MRD, your radio prepper, and I am here. And it's almost 2 o'clock. So I figured I'd jump in a little earlier and see what's happening. Hey, look, I'm live on YouTube. How about that? Well, I know there's one watching right now. So let me close this. Aha, there we go. Hey, Native, what's up, brother? How you feel? Native, how are you? Today, I'd like to be talking about building the prepper community. And I will do this. Hello, Celtic. Nice to see you. I'm dropping a link, see if anybody wants to come up and maybe be part of this panel. Get other people up here aside from myself rattling on and on and on and on. Yep, I'm doing fine. You know, living a dream, working and paying bills. That's about it. Yeah, so today's topic is going to be about building the prepper community. You know, when I started prepping way back in the ancient days of 98, I was pretty much by myself. And it was hard because, you know, the only groups around at that time were like the militia groups, and that was something I wasn't really, you know, I like the military. I respect it. I respect everybody in the military, anybody that's ever served, but I'm not a paramilitary type person. I really am not. So those are the kinds of groups that were around then. And, well, quite frankly, kind of scary, you know? And all I was trying to do was keep my head down, do my prep thing, and, make sure me and my family were covered in case there was ever, a. I live in the Midwest, so we get tornadoes. So if there was a tornado, I knew what to do. I know, I had my gear in place should I had to bug out or anything. But like I said, I was literally by myself and living in Chicago. There's the fun part. So I'm taking a page from Ghost and Gray Man, and wanting to talk about, ideas for building community. And I'm not talking about, a mag or anything, just community, a group of people that can chat about prepping without judgment, without anything like that. Because let's face it, if you go out in the real world and say, "Hey, I'm a prepper," people look at you like you're crazy. Or they're like, "Well, I know where I'm coming when the shit hits the fan." No. Your lack of preparation is not my emergency. Sorry. But other preppers understand that. And that's why there's a need for a community. I mean, yes, we are here on YouTube, and this is great. Don't misunderstand. But Native, you're over east. I don't even know where Celtic is. North Shore and Northern Girl are up in Canada. that's why I'm trying to get folks to come in today and talk about it, discuss it, and really get down to the meat of the matter. I mean, everybody has their own personalities, and that's great. Oh, see, you're over on the West Coast, so we got the country covered because I'm stuck here in Iowa. How do you connect with me on radio? Well, I could be on 20 meter. Um, we could set up a schedule on 20 meter. And if you have an HF rig, and we can reach out then. And there are others. Oh, you got a Bofang? Yeah, that's not going to happen. Not without Echolink or some kind of. Um, Echolink is a platform that uses the internet backbone for communication between ham radios. Now, I can take my smartphone and I can check into a net in California from Iowa, but that's because we're using Echolink. If you have your license, you can get Echolink. It's a free service. All you have to do is have your license. They're going to ask you for a copy or a scanned copy of it. Right. If there is no internet, then chances are the Bofang is not going to do any good. I mean, Bofangs are great radios. Don't misunderstand me. I got a handful of them myself, but they're good for local communications. Oh, thanks. And Bofangs are good for local communications, and without repeaters, their only maximum range is maybe 5 miles, maybe. And your antenna has to be a really good high antenna to reach out that far. Basically, the rubber duck antenna you got on your Bofang, it's good for a mile and a half, maybe. That's radio to radio. But if you have it hooked up to repeaters, hey, what's up, Great Lakes? What's going on? 20 meters is open to Europe right now. Cool beans. I'm going to open up my camera. There's my face. Hey, how about that? Repeaters will hear on one frequency, and then they will transmit on another. Your radio would have to be programmed for both the transmit and receive. And repeaters are really set high up in the air, like on top of buildings high or on top of mountains. Hey, Joe, great to see you. And what they do is, let me give you a visual here. All right. 2 Bofangs, okay? 5 mile on simplex. Repeaters will extend the reach of these 30 miles, which is great now because they're still working. But in an SHTF, the repeaters may go down. And that's just a fact. I hope they don't, but if they do, they're as good as nothing, really. So the repeaters are set up high, so they receive signals and then they transmit signals further out. Oh. So there's the link if anybody wants to jump up. Come on. Let's have a panel discussion about. Yeah, they do have backup power, and a lot of them have solar. And yeah, I get that. But for long long range communications, you'd really need HF. I have an ICOM 718. I still have to get my freaking antennas for it. So yeah, that's one way the community can reach out to each other is through radio. And you schedule nets and whatnot, check in once a week. You could buy them. They are really, really expensive. A lot of people will have repeaters in their area. Oh, cool. And they allow people just to use them. They just have open repeaters. Yep. Download Repeater Book on the app on your phone. They have all the repeaters in the area. And with your Baofengs, you can program it with Chirp and a programming cable. So, what are your guys' thoughts on building up the prepper community? I mean, really, we're the only ones out here that are for each other, and I'd like to see, a bigger turnout, a bigger community. I mean, we all have channels. We all enjoy getting on lives. I do. Yes, we can care for us. Since, like I said earlier, if you go out in the real world and say, hey, I'm a prepper, people look at you like you're crazy. Oh my God. Yes, radios are a must. Radios will keep the lines of communication open no matter what. Because there's really no infrastructure other than, having the equipment. Radio is not dependent on any backbone or any infrastructure at all. Basically, the only wires you have are your antennas, and those are pretty simple to make if you know the formula, and that's not hard to learn. And bowlins and all of that. But yeah, our radios are a must, and native, there's nothing wrong with your questions. Absolutely not. Don't ever think that, oh my God, I'm bothering. No, you want to learn. That's why I'm here. Well, I know a whole lot about a bunch of crap, but radio is one of them, and it's stuff I've actually picked up. Yes, it is nice to talk to like-minded people. And I don't not everybody's going to get along. I get that. But if there is respect,
hey man,
hey, what's going on?
What's going on, brother? Man, it's been a while. How you been doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Just been working, living the dream.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. You know what, man? I haven't got a notification from your channel in so long, and I was sitting here, I was thinking about radios and communication and
Hmm.
how I know almost nothing about it. And then I got a notification for your from your channel. Man, YouTube messes with me, man. It messes with me bad. I miss so many notifications, but I'm glad I got this one today because Um, you're right, man. Like radio communication is going to be so important
Oh
for
yeah.
the veteran community and for what's coming. Man, I mean, the establishment controls the internet, and when the internet goes down, we're going to need this, brother. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. So that's why I'm asking all these questions. Uh, Shout out to Joe, man. Joe, everywhere I go, Joe Morgan is a moderator. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Oh yeah.
He's a mod on my channel.
Yeah. I believe he's a mod
But
in mine.
yeah, man,
Yep.
Joe's the man. Joe's the man. And but anyway, brother, I was going to ask you about the repeaters because, like I say, like I have a couple of Balfongs, and I want to get something better. Like I want to upgrade because I want to be able to stay in touch with folks like you, man, like the whole community.
Hmm.
And what I mean, what do I need to get, man? What do I need to invest in so that
Right.
I can stay in touch with people who aren't in my state, like you. Like I'm in South
Right.
Carolina, you're over there in Iowa. Is that where you
Yep.
are, brother?
Yep.
Like how can I stay in touch with you? Like if I want to be able to be in radio communication, I know you talked about repeaters. Um, like I'll get what I need to get, and I can set up stuff. Is repeater something that needs to be set up all the way along away? Like if I get repeaters, do they need to be like in a certain line in a certain direction so that my
No.
signal can carry out?
No.
Like
Here's
if I
what.
needed to stay in touch with you, tell me
Mhm.
how I can stay in touch with you from South Carolina.
On the radio, your 2 meter 70 centimeter Bofang will not do it.
Okay.
What you would need to do is get a high frequency radio,
Uh huh.
like an ICOM 718 is a real good one. They're relatively cheap. They're only about $600 now.
Okay.
And I know that sounds like a lot, but um, you need your license, number
Right.
one, so you can operate. You can listen to the radio all you want. There's no
Right.
license needed for that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be able. I understand. I used to be totally against getting a license because I always say if shift happens, who cares about licenses? But I want to know how to operate this stuff. Like when the shift happens, I already want to know how to do it. Like I want to be
Right.
practicing it. So, like I don't mind getting a license now because it means I know I can practice it right now. You know what
And
I mean?
therein lies
So,
the best part of ham radio, practice. Okay.
right.
What you want to do, you want to go to qrz.com. They have
QRZ.com. Okay.
they have practice tests for
Oh.
technician,
Uh
general,
huh.
and extra. Okay.
Okay.
You can take those for free over and over until you score at least 80%.
Okay.
Okay. And really it's memory.
Okay.
When you hit that 80% mark,
Right.
find a local ham club that offers the testing.
Oh.
And yeah, and it right now until I think it's 22, I believe is what I heard. It only costs $15 to get a new license.
Oh. Man, that's
Okay.
nothing. Okay.
And they're good for 10 years.
Okay.
Now the FCC is going to up that to 35. That's been up in the air since the beginning of June, I believe.
Oh wow.
And so now's the time to do it. Get your
Okay.
license, get you an HF rig, get you some decent antennas, and really you can buy a dipole antenna for whatever frequency you're using. Throw it up in the air and
Uh-huh.
get on the air.
Okay.
All right, that is my best advice. Get your
Okay.
license or take the practice test. get your license, worry about gear later.
Got you. Okay, so I should start trying for that right now. Like try to get my license right now, and then
Yeah.
worry about gear. Okay.
Yeah, and you can get there's like a Zygu QRP, that's a low power radio, and don't
Right.
let that fool you. Low power doesn't mean crap. I
Oh,
have
really?
I have a QRP radio on 20 meter, and my first contact was to Austria from Iowa.
Dang.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay, that's pretty
yeah.
good. That's
QRP
across the
radios are
pond.
pretty good.
Yeah, man. All right, good deal, brother.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate it. I think about this a lot because it's one thing I know nothing about as far as prepping goes, and like what you said even earlier, like getting a good radio is about $600. To
Mhm.
me, I mean that's a good investment prepping wise. I mean, I
Indeed.
spent way more than that just invested in solar, But this is
Right.
something that's going to be so important. Staying in touch with folks like you and so many others out there in the community is going to be important, man. And I just I want to get ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hear you,
And
brother.
with the radio, like I said, we don't have an infrastructure other than our equipment that we
Right.
already have.
There
We're
you
not
go.
dependent on the power lines or anything like that. Um, a lot of radios can be run off of emergency power, solar, battery. In fact, I've got a 7 amp hour lead acid battery that I can use with my
Nice.
little QRP radio out at a
Uh-huh.
park.
Oh
So I
God, that's
mean,
awesome, dude.
yeah. So we're not even truly dependent on power from like the
Right,
power lines.
right. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure.
I've been asking this question behind the scenes, like not on live or anything. But I wanted to ask you, brother, because you are a wealth of knowledge, and I always tell people to prep knowledge because when the shit goes down and we don't have internet connection, the only knowledge we have is whatever we have on hand or what we've already learned. And but anyway, I wanted to ask you this because are you setting yourself up like as a hub for people who can connect with you through radio? Because when the shift happens, we don't have internet or maybe cell towers because we don't know what's going to happen. But I know radio as a way to stay in touch with everyone is going to be important. Have you already set yourself up like as a way that prepping communities can connect with you, and then you can relay information to other communities who may not be in connection with people in other areas? Because I know you mentioned North Shore and Northern Girl Hobbies up in Canada, and then you got people out west, like Hutch Homestead and Prepping for Life and Bear
Mm-hmm.
Independent. Although, and then us over here on the East Coast, me, Prepper Tribe, you mentioned Gray Man. I mean, I think it would be important, but I know you're prepping stuff on the radio and staying in touch with people side, and I'm thinking prepping communities are going to have to help each other. So if I'm prepping, there might be communities who have prepped food so much, they have so much food that they can use it as a way to trade with other prepping communities who have prepped ammunition, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, or someone like you who are keeping everyone in touch and who knows so much about radios and communication. You have so much knowledge. I'm like you, brother. We need to find a way to stay in touch with each other, to help one another, and so that the prepping community can not just be something that is also local. We all need to prep our local communities, and so that we're strong locally, but we also need to stay in touch with people all over the country and all over the world.
Yeah. Unofficially, yes, I can be a relay. In
Nice.
fact, that's once I get
Okay.
once I get my antennas and get them set up and I'm able to leave them up. Because right now I'm in an apartment and I can't because of the rules. Whatever.
Right. Right.
Once I'm gonna throw out an end fed long wire that will give me, what is it, 40, 20, 15, 10 meters, and that's pretty much that pretty much covers the frequencies I would use. I would be able to communicate with people. If it's in the right direction, I can communicate with the East Coast and the West Coast.
Right.
See, Great Lakes is hearing Spain on 20 meters right now.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Great Lakes, man. Shout out, brother.
Yeah, he has a lot of knowledge about ham radio too.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's going to be important then. Is he, like, I'm guessing he's on the Great Lakes, right on the border with Canada, man. He's going to be an important relay. Are you in touch with him through radio?
I have not yet, because I don't have the antennas currently.
I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
He uses an end-fed long wire.
Okay, cool. I can't see the chat right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Cool.
Great Lakes uses an end-fed half-wave long wire antenna.
Awesome.
And I was actually working on getting one myself, because they're easier to put up than the dipole antenna.
Why is that?
Well, the dipole, you need 2 supports on either end. Think of it, a 20 meter wired dipole is 30 foot on a side, so that's 60 feet of space.
Okay.
To get your signal out, you have to be really high up or set it in an inverted V.
So the antenna for this type would need to be 60 foot. Is that what you said? You said 60 foot wide? Wow.
About 60 foot. Yeah. And end-fed half waves are, it's a single wire that's fed from one point instead of in the middle. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to start up my camera. Okay. Dropping shit. Can you see the antennas here?
Yes.
Okay. A dipole is set like this. Okay. And for whatever frequency you're on. The middle point where the nubs are touching is where the feed line comes out and goes down. What's into the feed line? That's your cable. The coax cable that goes to the radio. Good, that goes to the radio.
Oh, okay.
It connects the antenna to your radio.
Right, I got you.
An end fed is just fed at one end, and it's a long wire. About 60, 70 feet. But it can be in any configuration.
Got you.
Yeah. Great Lakes has a video on his antenna setup.
Oh, Great Lakes has a channel?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, man, I'm there, brother. I'll be there.
Yeah. An inverted V, the way I set mine up is 20 meters. I'm up 12 feet.
Yeah.
And it's set like this. The 2 points are basically on the ground, so it's omnidirectional. But it radiates really well for distance.
So how far you think? Like if you have an antenna like you just described, like when you said you have, like what's the distance?
Like I said, from my apartment,
I reach
Europe. From the middle of Iowa.
From Iowa. Holy shit. That's good, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was on a good day.
Okay, I got you. Still, man, like what's a bad day then? Because that's pretty damn good.
Bad day would be from Iowa to Nebraska.
Still, I mean, what causes a bad day? Is it weather? Is it cloud cover? What is it?
A combination of things. Time of day. 20 meter is good for daytime. 40 meter is good for night. Seasons. The atmospheric layer. There's like 4 layers in the atmosphere.
Right.
There's the D layer and the E layer and the F layer. In the daytime, you have the D layer, so it's going to reflect radio signals back down. At night, that goes away. Okay.
Okay.
So you get a longer up and a longer down.
Right. Oh
That
shit. Okay.
yeah,
So it's better to transmit long waves or long distances at night.
sometimes.
Okay.
Again, that depends on like the
If
solar
it's clear.
cycle. Yeah, the
Oh,
solar
okay.
cycle, and we're going into cycle 25, which is really good for radio,
Okay.
and it gives great distance communications,
Right.
or
See,
what we.
man, that's what I'm
Or,
talking about, bro. Like, there's so much about radio communication that we need to learn as preppers that a lot of people just don't touch on. Even the big channels, they don't. They say, "Oh, just get a Balfon," but it's not just getting a Balfon, man. It's like all this stuff I'm asking you right now is
yeah.
so important for radio communication, and we all need to know it.
Well,
I appreciate you.
now the Bofengs do have their place. You can communicate locally, even with the repeaters and their VHF, UHF.
Right?
Um, you can communicate locally from my apartment inside on the first floor of a
Uh
brick
huh.
building. I can
Uh
hit a
huh.
repeater that's 17 miles north of me, and I can talk
Wow.
to somebody 10 miles north of that.
Right.
So I'm getting that
Okay.
distance on
Okay. So
just
so
this.
that's awesome. Well, let me
Yeah.
ask you this. Like, can you connect with that repeater because you know where it is? Like, how do I know? Like, there could be repeaters up around me and I wouldn't even know it, right?
Right. On your smartphone, go.
Yeah.
I think it was Joe said it earlier, or it might have been Great Lakes. Go to repeaterbook.com,
Uh-huh.
download it off of the Google store,
Yeah.
and
Okay. I'm writing
yeah.
shit down, man. I've been writing shit down for 10 minutes.
Hey, Lake Fairy, how you doing?
Hey, Lake. Hey, sis.
Hey, Za, how's it going?
Zane, oh my God. Everybody's here. The whole family's coming.
Thank you, Great Lakes. It's Repeater Book app, and you can get it off of if you're running Android, you get it off the Google Store. If you're running Apple, I don't know what their store is, but yeah, it's there.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be all up on that, man.
And that will give you all the information. Do you have your programming cable for your Bofang?
What does that look like? It came with a bunch of cables when I first bought it. I've had this thing for 6 months. I've played with
Okay.
it a little bit. Like I say, brother, there's so much we just don't know. Like we know to get the equipment,
Mm-hmm.
but having the equipment doesn't mean you know how to use it to the most effective way that a prepper should know.
Right.
That's why I'm here, brother.
Right. The programming cable is a USB on one end,
Okay.
and it's going to be thicker, and
Okay.
then it'll have a. Damn it! I gotta find mine. Give me a second. Let me cut the
Okay.
camera.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Hey guys, I can't see the chat, so if you're talking to me, I can't see you, but I love all of you.
I'm making all kind of noise. That's what I do. Okay. Starting my camera back up. Okay. On one end, it's going to have the USB, and it'll say Bofang. Okay.
Okay, I got you.
On the other end,
I don't have
it
one of those.
has what is called a Kenwood adapter, because
Okay.
Kenwood was the first one to use them like this.
Okay. I do
Mhm.
have one of those, but I don't know what the other end is. I don't think it's a USB. Is
Okay.
there an adapter? Or I just need to buy that cable.
You just need to buy the cable, and you can get them on Amazon. They're
All right.
maybe $20.
That's not bad. Okay.
No. Yeah. So with that, you can go to Chirp, and I will pull that link up.
Okay.
I don't know. It might be in my no, not there. Okay. All right. Let me pull up the Chirp link, see if I can get it. Okay. the easiest and best way to program your Baofeng is with Chirp.
Okay.
And it's chirp.downnet.com.
Chirp.downnet.com. Gotcha.
And then just go to downloads and download for your computer.
Okay.
They have Mac, Linux, and Windows, I believe.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah, you can program it. You can program it by hand. It's not that bad. It does take a bit more. There is a bit of a learning curve to it. I've done mine. I've done one of my radios by hand, and I'm not changing it because I don't want to go back and have to do it again.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but Chirp is the easiest and best way to do it, in my opinion. Yeah, other people swear by doing it by hand. I'm lazy. Tell the truth.
Right? Me too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what we need to be, man. Like, work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. Yep.
Hey, man, listen. I'm sorry, man. I'm babysitting today. Lady Rowan's at work, and I just the baby's waking up from her nap, so I got to run. But hey, did your email in the about section of your channel?
Yep.
Okay, listen, man. I'm not playing. Like my goal from now on is to be able to connect with you through radio. So I'm gonna be working towards that. Whatever equipment or whatever I need to do to learn to do that, I'm gonna learn to do it. But I want to connect with you through email, see if we can figure this out, brother.
Absolutely.
And yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I haven't got a notification from your channel in so long. I thank God that I got this one today. But I might even bring you on the channel because our community needs to know this stuff. Like very,
Right.
very much so. It's very important knowledge. So, but anyway, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for helping me. I got all this information. I'm gonna be going online and downloading some of the stuff and getting those cables I need for my Baofeng. But I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you coming up, man.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for having me.
Yep. Yeah, my email's in my about section. Hit me up. We'll work it out. Okay.
All right, man. Yes, sir, brother. All right.
All right.
I'll talk to you, man. I'll be in touch.
All right, cool.
All right.
Yep. Okay, I'm here. Hi. It's me, my happy smiling face. Okay, let's see who else wants, if anybody else wants to come up, I will drop the link. And I don't know why it's taking forever. There it goes. StreamYard link is up. Lake Fairy, Sherry, Prepping Plumber, anybody I missed? Brock Special. I'm glad you guys are all here. Thank you. So yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I like that. Let's have a discussion about building up the community. I mean, North Shore does a great job of it. Ghost does. I had a brain fart. Sorry. It happens when you get old, I guess. Yeah, whatever. No, you're just not. You're fine. I mean, I've got 8 people in here. I don't care. I'm happy. Me and my Coke Zero. Yeah. 20 meters is good. Squirrel, Jeep, what's up? Yeah, you can get a copy of the ARRL radio bands. It basically explained, I'm looking up at the bands. Sorry, I'm not talking to my wall or ceiling. You can get a copy of the ARRL bands, the band plan, and it'll give you ideas on where to look or where to frequency radio. And then it becomes basically second nature after a while. Lake does, JT does, Northern Girl does, most channels I watch. Yep, I love shout outs to, Lake Fairy. She's got a great channel. And shout out to Bigfoot. Um, like I said, Gray Man, Ghost, Angry. I know a lot of people get turned off by Angry's liberal use of the F bomb. I personally don't care. I grew up with a truck driver, so don't bother me none. So yeah, shout outs are fun. And that's basically, building up the community. That's, if you haven't heard of Gray Man, go check out his channel. If you haven't heard of the Angry Prepper or the Angry Truth, I think he's got 2 channels now. Very much pro swearing, yes. I try to keep it on the down low online because I don't want people to say, "Oh, all he does is just swear." I don't give a damn. Anyway. All right. Can one of my mods do some link drops? I don't know how many mods I got in there yet. How many do I have? I got Joe and Joe and Joe. Joe, wow. Lake. And you know what? Let's do this. Great Lakes, you are now a mod. All right. So, radio is the prime communication tool as far as I'm concerned. Yes, we have our cell phones. Yes, we have the internet right now. But Angela, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Joe. Radio will be incredibly important. And something else that I just thought of, if you have a shortwave receiver, you'll be able to listen to amateur radio operators on the air. I was lucky enough to have a FM medium wave shortwave 31 band receiver by Panasonic that was given to me. I mean, yeah, just listening on that, you can hear communication from all over the world. Yeah. So what are your guys' thoughts other than, yes, we have to keep in touch, obviously. And I would be willing to be a relay from east to west, north to south, as best as I can. Hello, Slow Country. Thank you for coming in. Okay, I've got 3 CBs here, and I love using CB. I'm one of those communication is key people. If you have a CB and that's all you have, fine, use it, because chances are somebody who has a CB may have a high frequency radio that can relay messages during a shift situation. Dawn Light, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate you being here. Firefly Farm, thank you for coming in. So yeah, CB is a good form of communication. GMRS, FRS. GMRS you need a license for, FRS you don't. FRS is basically short range. And oh, look, somebody's in the green room. Hey, Great Lakes, how's it going?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, you're 5x5.
That's cool. Mean 5x9?
5'9", yeah. You're 5'9" into Norwalk, so yeah.
Wow, there's a delay on my audio here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if my computer will catch up or not.
Gene, thank you for coming in. Hey, we're up to 9 watchers. Woohoo!
Let me
So you're listening to
see
Spain
if I
right
can
now?
fix this. Yeah, so how's it going? I had to get in here.
It's good, good. I'm enjoying having this time now. Hey, Conservative Patriot, thanks for coming in. Lake Ferry, thank you for sending people over. I really appreciate you. Shout out to you. So yeah, everything is, going pretty good. Except my neighbor upstairs decided he likes to share his music with everybody. So where are you, Great Lakes? Are you up in Michigan?
Yeah, I'm in Michigan, about 3 miles north of Detroit, in Warren, Michigan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm originally from Chicago, so yeah, I left there just in time. There we go. I'm adjusting myself. Give me 1 second. I know that's way too much information.
Yeah, there's a big delay on the audio for some reason. It's weird.
It might be
back in the-
StreamYard. What are you listening on?
I'm not
On
sure.
your radio.
It's Windows.
No,
Windows
on
10.
On your radio, what are you listening on?
Oh, I got 20 meters on right now.
Yeah, I could hear it in the background.
Oh.
I wasn't complaining by no means.
Oh.
No, I like hearing it. Yeah. Dawn Light, thank you for coming in.
Let's see if we get something good on there.
All right. So yeah, radio is a good communication tool that we should all really get into. I firmly believe getting the license would be a good help.
Look for towers, and you're liable to find
Here's a good signal.
somebody close
Yeah.
by that has some tower for sale. Over.
That's a good signal.
It's ICOM 7300.
Okay. I got a ICOM 718. My father-in-law gave it to me, actually. It's really nice. Prepper Book Club, thanks for coming in. Kentucky Patriot Prepper, thanks for coming in. We're having a conversation about communications and the prepper community. I don't know, Gene. I don't know if anything's going to happen. I hope not. That would be really bad if it did. But, Gene Tyson, thank you for coming in.
You could go 75 feet, and the county has no jurisdiction on amateur.
So you got an
radio
NFED half wave up?
Yeah, I got an NFED half wave up by my antennas, and it's up about 15 feet. And
What do you get off? How many frequencies you get off of that?
wow, there's like a big delay. I'm gonna pop out of here and pop back in and see if it fixes itself.
All right, sounds good. There's still a football game on, so I got the computer for a little while longer. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're here. And what game is it? Because here we've got Hawkeye or Iowa State versus Iowa. All right, Joe. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, well, if you look me up, you'll see the 2 towers I have up, and my whole list of repeaters that I own and operate. So I'm on them all. Over.
Yeah. Everybody here is. Are you for Iowa State or Iowa? I'm from Chicago. I got no dog in this race. Yeah. College football was never my thing anyway. Anywho, back to building the community up. You know.
And I'm 72, and
Okay.
still climb towers.
Cool.
Over.
How would we best, as a community, how would we? All right, thanks for coming in, Sherry. I appreciate it. Yeah, and if you guys want to hit the like, hit the dislike, whatever. It feeds the algorithm either way. Nice. Nice. For $1? That's great. See, that's the kind of stuff that, you know, you need the knowledge. And once you get the knowledge, they can't take it away from you. You know how to do it. And that's what being a part of a community is, sharing knowledge with each other. And there I am. Hey, look, that's me on camera. Wow. I'm a nerd. I know. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, I listened to I was watching Gray Man the other night when he had his international forum, which is great. Nose picking, thanks for coming in. And others like Ghost has been talking about building community, and radio is one way to do it. If we can keep up with each other, keep in touch with each other, even like I have a CB, I can set it up, listen for any information that comes my way, relay it on. Let's see if he's come back. Is that better, Great Lakes?
All right, I'm back now.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Cashew, thanks for.
All right. No, there's still a big delay.
All right.
Wow.
I
don't know. It must be something on my end.
Is your YouTube muted?
Yeah, I stopped talking, and about 10 seconds later, then my voice starts talking.
Yeah, try mute. Can you open up YouTube and then mute it?
Hold on a second.
Okay. Hello. Cashew, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. So yeah, I would be more than willing to be a relay station. That's basically what ham radio is. In cases of emergency, we would listen, pass traffic along, health and wellness. Say if somebody in Louisiana, let's take Louisiana for instance. Right now, Rose, thanks for coming in. They're having issues down there. If any ham radio operators are down there, they put out a broadcast or a signal giving health and wellness information. I could pass it along, and it can go along that way until it reaches its destination. If they're trying to reach somebody in Texas. Okay, Lake, hang on. Okay, Lake, your StreamYard is muted, and that's your YouTube. And like I was saying, being a relay is what ham radio is all about. We pass health and wellness information, life or death. And sometimes it's not even that dire. Just if you got into a car wreck or something, or not even that, if your car stalled and you're out of cell phone range and you have a radio, even if it's a 2-meter, and you put out a call on the simplex call frequency, which is 146.520, anybody with a ham radio monitoring that frequency would be able to help. Yeah. Yes, book club, we could. Yep. And Lake Ferry just put a link in for Chirp to help program the Baofengs and other radios. It's not, they've got a metric crap ton of radios they support. Shadowworm 667, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate you being here. So yeah, being a relay is part and parcel of what ham radio is about. I am more than willing to do that. And I know other ham radio operators that would be willing to as well. So I could send a signal up to Minnesota. They can send it over to South Dakota. They can send that from there. It can go up into Canada. You know, it's why I do it. All right, let's see if Lake has got his thing worked out yet. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear me good?
Yes. Are you getting a delay again?
Yeah, okay, Governor, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I'm still getting a delay. I turned the echo cancellation off, but
Is your YouTube muted?
how do you mute the YouTube one?
Okay. If you go to YouTube, hover your mouse over the picture, you're going to see the pause button, fast forward, or the next button. And right next to that is the mute unmute button. If it's unmuted, mute it.
All right, hold on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Shadow Worm. I appreciate you. Please.
Okay, how's that sound?
You sound fine to me. You're fine to me.
All right, yeah, I got it muted. Seems to be working now.
Yep, and that was what the delay was.
All right,
We're
cool.
listening to both StreamYard and YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was weird. Now I'm not hearing you. Now
I
you're.
haven't said anything yet.
There you go.
Yep, there I am. And yes, Dawn, kind of like that. Kind of like Warlock and Die Hard 4.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the one thing I wanted to say something about is I'm sure you get the same thing, that a lot of people, when you talk about ham radio and prepping, you get a lot of, well, if shit hits the fan, I won't need a license, that it won't matter, I'll have to go on the radio. But what a lot of people don't understand is ham radio is a skill. There's a lot to learn and a lot to practice on, to learn about propagation, antennas, antenna height, and how to program repeaters, put the PL tones in.
Oh, yeah.
And ham radio is not plug and play.
No,
So
it's not.
you're not just going to get a radio and turn it on and work it. There's the power supply, and there's a lot to it. And it's best just to get your license and then practice with it. I got my technician license in October of 2017. And I've had my General a little bit over a year now, and with ham radio, there's never, you're always learning something new, and there's always a lot going on. So,
I agree.
yeah, if people think they're just going to get a Bofang and open it out of the package and turn it on, it's not going to work too good. You got to know how to work simplex, and when 2 meters is open, you can get out pretty far. But yeah, it's not going to work like that. I would suggest get your license, start with the technician, VHF, UHF, and then work your way up to general, and you'll be fine. What's your opinion on that?
I agree 100%. Get the license. That way you get the practice. So when shit hits the fan, you know what you're doing. There's a question. How far can the signal go to you need to connect to another base? That depends. If you're using 2 meter, it's maybe 5 miles simplex. If you're using a repeater, it could be 30 miles. If you're using HF, it could be hundreds of miles, if not thousands. On 20 meter, you can literally talk around the world. Yeah, and Great Lakes had somebody on 20 meters earlier, and he was coming through really loud. Yes, Joe, you need the skills, not just the tools, because you could have all the tools in the world without the knowledge. You don't know what the hell you're doing with it, and it's just a paperweight. Ruby Black, thank you for coming in.
It's a lot of fun. Like I said, kind of laid back. It's not a net that meets every, Thursday at 2 or something.
So
like
it
that.
depends, back to your question, Rose, it depends on what you're trying to do. So silly, totally unrelated to anything question are, Terry, thank you for coming in. I'm waiting for the question, Milkmaid. They can be triangulated, yes. Barack, if you want to hit my email, it's in my About section on my channel. I'll be happy to answer any question you got. So, Milkmaid, yes, they can be tracked, they can be triangulated. There are groups of hams out there that will do that. I appreciate that. But if you are operating within your frequency and your license level, there is no problem. I've had my license since 2009, and I've never had anybody come in. Klingon Princess, look at me right here. Kapla. Thank you for coming in, Princess. I really appreciate it. You probably need an adapter to do you have a USB? I'm sorry, let me ask the question in case anybody didn't see it. How do you set up radio with a Chromebook laptop? Basically, if you have a USB port, you just take the cord, plug it into your USB, plug this end to your radio, and you're good to go. All right, I think you guys got one, didn't you? Like, you and Bigfoot. If you got the cord, it'll hook right up to a USB. If you don't have a USB and it just goes to the USB-C, the little tiny one, there are adapters you can get. Yes, fox hunting. That's what I was talking about, Barack. You're absolutely right. There are people that go out and do fox hunting, and that's another part of the hobby. I have never done it. I have no real need to. I don't like it. Chirp didn't download. Huh. And you're running Windows, right, Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Lake Ferry, you're running Windows,
Oh.
right? No, you're all good. You're all good. I should have. I keep forgetting two different people with the same first name. Yeah. That can be the problem with Chromebooks getting Chirp to download on them, and I apologize for that. Trying to see. Do you guys have a PC at your house? Just a regular computer? Lake Ferry. Come up, and it's easier this way. Unless you don't want to, which is fine. Yeah, yeah, Chromebooks really kind of just anger me sometimes. Although, if you have a tablet, you could download Chirp to it as well. And there she is. Hello.
Hello.
So all you guys have is a Chromebook, or do you have a PC?
We have a PC in the basement. However, it's so slow. It takes like a half an hour to pay the mortgage on it, so we don't even go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a tablet?
Tablet?
Yeah.
My daughter does. And I don't even know if she knows where it is or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know you can download Chirp to a tablet.
To a tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been trying it. And I just can't seem. There's no like. There's Linux and Windows and MacBook. And I don't have any of it.
I'm actually going to open up Google Play on my phone to see if it can be on the phone.
Is that what OS is?
Say again?
Is that what OS is as a phone?
No, just my cell phone.
Yeah. There's an
It's
option
Android.
for OS.
Yeah,
So
I'm running Android.
I'm trying to come over.
No, it's not even in the.
No.
I thought maybe you could do it on my phone, but I know you can do it on a tablet.
You gonna live stream?
What? Yeah. Yeah.
We've been trying for months, but I can't get it to download. Now I know why. 'Cause I don't think you can on the Chromebook.
Right. Hey, CJ, good to see you. All right, Milkmaid, thanks for coming in.
Hi, Milkmaid.
So yeah, this is what I've been, just talking about is radio stuff. Yeah. A form of communication that we all will need. I really encourage anybody that's interested to get their license for ham radio. I know a lot of people tend to shy away from that. I don't want to be on a list. Well, if you have a car, if you have a house, you're already there. So
Yeah, if you have a phone or an IP address and internet.
exactly.
If you have an electrical bill, you're already on the list.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the Social Security card numbers you.
Hello.
List.
Yeah, we was talking about that yesterday. AP, Alaska Prepper was talking about that yesterday. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are all worried about that, and it's like, well, do you have a social security card number, and do you pay bills because you're already on a list?
Do you pay taxes?
Do you pay taxes? Right?
Do you own Freedom Seed Throwers?
Yep.
You're on a list.
Yep.
Yeah. I strongly encourage anybody that's interested in communications to get their ham radio license.
Yeah. So we got them. They're just
Perfect.
they're still not set up because of the whole. We don't know what
Right.
to plug it into anymore. We just
Right.
don't have. Yeah.
I will email you a walkthrough on how to do it by hand.
I was looking at that, and I know that takes a lot of time, and I know that I'd much rather be doing other things, but
Right.
really, this is so important. I'm gonna have to just do it by hand.
Right. And if I
And
were any closer to you, I'd do it myself.
it looks like this end that
Yep.
my hair's falling out. Yeah, but this one's stuck to this, so I think that
That's
we
your earphone. That's just for an earphone.
yeah, I think we're gonna have to order. I thought it came with it, but apparently we're
No.
gonna have to order one.
You're going to want to get something like this.
Yeah.
It'll say Bofang on it. On one end, it's a USB. The
Yeah.
other end is the
Right, that port.
yeah. It's called a Kenwood connector.
Kenwood connector.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can get them on Amazon for like $20.
Okay.
Um,
When Bigfoot gets home from fishing, he asked me if I wanted to go, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of tired, and I got a lot to do. Well,
mhm.
I'm still kind of tired, but I ain't doing all the stuff I had to do.
Right.
Oops.
Yep.
It's nice to go off, though. Just kind of go by yourself and be by yourself.
Oh yeah. Especially out in the woods, you get plenty of fresh air. Get
Yeah.
out away from the noise of the world.
Yep.
Yep. Yes, we are on lists. Concealed carry, you're on a list. You buy a house, you buy a car, you're on a list. You got your social security card, you're on a list. So, if you're truly interested in communications and really want to get into ham radio, take the test. I knew, and excuse my language, but I knew absolutely dick about radios when I got my license. All the knowledge I have came from actually getting the license and then getting the radio and then just talking.
Yep.
Hello Vegas, thanks for coming in. Yeah, so I encourage every prepper I see, if you want communications, which you should be one of the top 4 things you need to prep for or prep with. You've got food, water, what the hell is it? Food, water, first aid, communications. People leave communications off because you need to know what's happening around you. You need to know if it's over, if it's getting worse, what have you.
Right.
And like I said, most I completely forgot where I was going with that.
It's the brain fog.
I am getting old.
Well, and you work a lot too, so it
Well,
does
yeah.
help. And then on your mind restful weekends, you got other stuff to do, so it's like hard getting that mind rest.
Yeah. Well, I'm cool. Okay, Great Lakes is back in the chat until he figures out his sound issue. Hey, CJ, there is absolutely nothing wrong with CB. I have 3 of them. I have one set up in well, it's part of my bedroom, but it's my Radio Shack.
I used to love Radio Shack. My brother used to live there.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Every week, my brother had to go to Radio Shack.
Yeah.
it was-
And I remember when they actually sold just radio stuff.
Yeah,
Radios and computers back in the early 80s.
they even had Radio Shack batteries and My
Yeah.
brother used to get the rechargeable batteries because my mom's like, if you're going to go through all these batteries, you need to get rechargeable ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was at a swap meet not too long ago, and I picked up a Radio Shack 2-meter amplifier.
Oh, wow.
It takes a 5 watt or 0.5 watt signal and sends out 30 watts.
Hmm.
So really cool. It works. It was brand new, still in the wrapping. The guy had the original receipt. He paid $97.99 for it in,
No.
when was this? 4/25/95. April 25th, 1995. He paid $99 for it at Radio Shack. Now they're gone.
Yeah.
And when they were here, they were just selling toys. Toys or cell phones. That was the big thing. Oh my God, we got to sell the cell phones. And they went under.
Mm. Yeah, we had a little Radio Shack. It was like a little hole in the wall. It was so cool. And everyone it was just a cool place to even though I personally when I was younger, I didn't really care about much of anything in there, but my brother did. And I respected that, and I was interested because my brother was, because we're siblings, we're close, you know.
Mhm.
And my brother builds all kinds of crazy stuff when he was little, and he was always, I called him my brother Inspector Gadget. But the thing of it is, though, is he's self-taught, and he learned everything so quick, and
Mhm.
he was like just born with the learning. And yeah, he was always there. Radio Shack, I miss that now, you know. I
Yeah.
appreciate it as I got older, and then they were gone.
Right. Hey guys, I want to say if you haven't, give me a like, hit the thumbs up, that kind of thing. Do me a favor, subscribe. If you want more information on radio communications, or just to hear my stupid voice again, yeah,
Voice isn't stupid. It's a very nice, calm, soothing voice.
thank you. And what I do for a living, I work as a customer service rep on the phones for one of two managed care organizations in Iowa. I'm
Mhm.
on the phone every day, customer service. So thank you for calling. How can I help you? And people just like, oh my God, you're so good at this. I said, I suck.
Yeah. No, I think we're our own worst critics.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree.
Yeah, because I wouldn't say that you would ever get told that you suck at something. So
I
Well,
appreciate
maybe.
that. Thank you. Yeah.
yeah,
CJ
But I
says
that's
they
enough
loved,
credit.
they loved Radio Shack. Many projects done after going to the cable TV and stuff. Wiring. Is that Littlefoot?
It is. She wants her hair brushed. 15 years
Littlefoot.
old. 15 years
Littlefoot.
old, and she still wants her hair brushed.
Okay.
I know it.
I brush my wife's hair, so that's fine.
Yeah, Bigfoot brushes mine sometimes too. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Well, half the battle is getting the radios.
Mhm.
We're halfway there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know we haven't talked in a while other than kind of popping in and out with each other, and you've been at work and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, that's why we haven't done anything, is because, well, I couldn't seem to get that to download, and I just figured I was computer illiterate and doing something wrong, but
I'm people illiterate.
it's good to know. Oh, so I might need your tablet. Could you charge your tablet for me so we can get those Baofeng radios up and running?
I don't have a tablet.
Yes, you do.
The white one at the Samsung.
Oh,
And Adam has
the
control over it.
Samsung tablet she had.
It should be fine if it's Android.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just don't think that tablet's safe because we think that somehow, some way, someone from our
It's in his name.
past, we
It's
think,
his account.
yeah,
Ah.
we
Okay.
don't know how to get it. Yeah, we don't even turn it on. So I think
Okay.
I think without getting into too much of that, you get that.
Yep. I'm right there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my. Yeah, so I might have to go over across the road and use maybe their desktop computer.
Yeah.
And actually, being who he is, he may even have one of those hookups for one. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. If he's willing to do that, then yeah. Celtic Prepper, that's fine. Just listen all you want. Or not. That's fine. I'm
Thank
just glad you're here.
Thank you all for coming over, because this is
Yes.
if you don't have one already, like I said, half the battle's getting it to your house.
Yeah. Yeah. And with the influx of, and I'm going to use air quotes, and I hate using air quotes, cheap Chinese radios, it made it so much easier for people who are new to the hobby of ham radio to actually get the radio, because a lot of the big three, Yaesu, Kenwood, Yaesu, and there's another one, Motorola. Those radios are stupid expensive. Oh my God. It's Lucky Dame Preparedness. Thank you for
Ooh,
coming in.
hi,
How you
Lucky.
doing, Sandwich?
Yeah, sandwich. You know, the Baophanes, I thought they were more expensive, but they weren't. They weren't.
No.
Ours were what were they, like 80 something a piece, I think?
No, not even that. They were
Not
like
even
30
that?
a piece.
Okay, so maybe, yeah, okay.
It should have been like 80 for both.
Whole thing. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, no. Both things are $30 tops. Jill, thank you for coming in.
Hi,
Oh.
Julie.
Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that.
And hello, Celtic Prepper. I'm so excited Sandwich is in here.
Yeah, so am I.
That's true.
I mean, I've been catching her lives as often as I could, you know.
So?
But yeah, both things are great startup radios. Yeah, 27 each. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Well, Sandwich, I'm glad you're here.
I love our Baofit. Yeah. Yeah, Lucky Dame. We have ours and have had ours for months, but I'm on the understanding now of getting frustrated trying to do it. I have a Chromebook laptop, so that's why I haven't been able to plug it in to get it to do anything, but I didn't even attempt that yet. And then just a little while ago, I found out that end that I thought that I had was actually something different. So, see, I'm learning as I go. And
Thank you, Karen, for coming in. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's your channel. It's the Baofane Kenwood connector. Thank you, Cashew, for typing that in there.
Yeah, it's the Kenwood connector for the Baofeng, and that connects into, anybody who's got it knows this. If you can see that little earphone jackets on the side.
Yep.
Connection right here, which is cool. One of the other things I love doing with my Baofeng is I run APRS, and that's automatic packet reporting system.
Okay.
And I do that on my daily drive. So if you go to, what is it, aprs.fi, I'll put that in the chat.
I love you too, Cashew. If you want to make Cashew mad, she's one of my friends and awesome mod. She's great with links.
Okay.
Not that I want to give her a job, because she might just want to come and just chill, but
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. If she would like to be a mod, let me know. I can do that. No problem. Yeah, APRS FI, and look up K0MRD-7. Oh, what am I on? Slow mode? I guess I am. I don't know how to change it from slow mode, and I'm sorry. Yeah, they do, don't they?
Oh, yeah, Shadow Worm. I don't know. We have a lot of birds in general. we get those pilated. Sorry, I'm so used to calling them something else. I'm trying to be more appropriate. Woodpeckers. Yeah, I call them other things.
Yeah.
We get them and they're like almost 2 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah. Yeah. If you go to aprs.fi, look up K0MRD-7, you can see where I've gone for the last, you can do it for like the last week. And you can see me traveling from my house to work and back. So that's pretty cool. That's another thing I like about ham radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super excited just to get ours up and running and working. I think it'll be cool.
Oh yeah. It's fun. It's a great hobby. And I really, really love it.
I just want to get them up and working and do all we have to do with them just so like we could use them around our yard. You know what I mean? Like if I'm in the house, and I know Bigfoot, when he's working, the guys use them in buildings to talk back and forth with one another.
Yeah.
And that's something that's important. Like if you can get a neighborhood to get radio communications, that's something y'all can use. That's our goal.
Yeah.
You know what I should do? I probably could go down the street and just hand them to anybody and they'll do them. But the thing is I don't want to be that lazy. I want to do it. I want to do it myself. I don't really want to fully ask someone, here, can you do these for me?
Yeah, can you set these up for me? Because I can't do it. And yeah.
I'm 99.8% guaranteed. Like if I go to any of the guys down on any of the dead end streets over here, they're gonna do it. But I want to know how.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do. I understand that 100%. And like I said, if I were any closer to you, I'd come over and do it myself. I'd bring my old laptop because I have it on there.
And the wife, and we would have lunch and dinner.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I would cook.
Yeah, I went to culinary school.
We could cook
Yes.
together, but yeah,
Yeah, and my wife can really throw down in the kitchen.
I bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of, I gotta figure out what we're gonna do for dinner.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I had a late lunch in Bigfoot's fishing. This is probably the first time. Oh no, probably the second time. Probably the second time ever I didn't go fishing with him. Yeah. Normally I'm like fishing or, and he's like, yeah. And he's like fishing and I'm like, yeah. But no, today I'm just kind of wanting to be home and, I don't know, not smell like fish.
That's a good thought, Lucky Dame. If there's a radio club or at your like your local high school,
Ooh,
or if there's a radio club in your area, you can reach out to them and say, "Hey, can you program the repeaters in this for me?"
they actually do have one there.
Yeah, I don't have my license yet, but I'd like to listen. And 9 times out of 10, they will be absolutely thrilled to do that for you. And they'll be like, well, you should really get your license so you can communicate and go all the and do the same thing that I do.
Right.
I geek out whenever, but somebody talks about radio. I'm like, I built an antenna out of 2 eye hooks, whatever. And actually, I am gonna be building a 2-meter. I actually have plans for a Yagi antenna for 2-meter made out of a tape measure and some PVC pipe. And I'm gonna put that video up.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
that's fun.
Cashew's being silly. I'm a beauty school dropout. Well, they told my story in Greece. That's cute.
Oh, jeez.
I know it. I remember going and traveling with my aunt, and she would play on the CB and talk to truck drivers as we passed through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back in the 80s, though. So,
Yeah. And there's been a, I don't know, a divide. Some people in the ham community look down on people that use CB. Um, I have no problem with people using CB. I think it's another tool in the tool belt for communications.
it's an older method that
It is.
is good.
Hmm. Yes, it's 4 watts regular, 12 watts SSB, but still, your information can get out. You can receive information back. I love CB. I love my CB. Yes, it is just a different tool.
Now, I know we're talking about movies here, so reality in movies, but there's some reality in movies, and
Hmm.
when SHTF situations, aren't they the ones that you got that guy or that girl or both, and they're over there and they're hooking up CBs and using different this that's to make stuff? Isn't that
Absolutely.
yeah?
Yes, that's the idea. There is a grain of truth in fiction. Yes, we will have those people in an SHTF situation, and guess what? I'm one of them.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I got into ham radio was because I was a prepper since 1998. Okay, and I was like, well, I stocked up on the Freedom Seed throwers. I stocked up on food. I stocked up on water. Got all my camping gear, and I'm like, well, this is great. How am I going to find out what's happening?
Right.
So I talked to my wife, in 2009, said, hey, I want to get my ham radio license. She goes, how much does it cost? I said, $15. Okay, go for it.
I just thought the last time I mentioned I was going to do a subscriber channel giveaway was my next hit was going to be 5,000 subs.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a great giveaway for 5,000 subs would be 2 ham radios.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be.
That might help get some people in the chat to incentive to start researching their radio licenses and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
A pair of Baofengs, they're dirt cheap anyway.
Yeah.
You're not gonna break the bank.
Right.
So yeah, that would be.
Well, you better make sure you
amazing.
come over and sign up, Conrad. And
I absolutely will. If you haven't subscribed to Lake Ferry, I know you guys all have, but spread the word.
And you wouldn't have to be a member to win the 5,000 sub giveaway either.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. We like helping out the community. It's good. Yeah, because my thing is that the more people that know stuff and the more people who prepare, the less chaos we'll have.
Exactly. And even when shit hits the fan, we'll be squared away. We'll be able to talk to each other, get information. Who's Lake Ferry? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know you're just kidding.
CJ is totally kidding.
Oh
goodness.
Yeah. If we can get squared away on the top 4 things you need to prep: water, shelter, food, first aid, and communication, you are golden.
Yeah.
Because you could do the first 3 and still not have comms, and then oh well, I don't know what's happening in the other part of the world. I don't know if this is worldwide.
Right.
So yeah, please, if you're interested in ham radio, get your license, It's not hard, and it's still only $15 to take the test.
And your email's in your about section, right?
Yes, it is. In my about section, you got to hover over it or click on the little thing that hides the email, which is fine with me.
And with all that, don't forget lighting, because if you're going to be doing stuff, you're going to have to put some light on the subject.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. $20 for 4 boxes of 22 LR is good. Haven't found any. Wow.
Oof.
Yeah, indeed. Did I make your dog bark?
No,
Okay.
we have a family of deer, and every year she has her twins. This is the 4th year we've been in this house,
Mhm.
and the twins were out there earlier with her, and I guess they're back. Oh no, it's the shepherd from up the road. Yeah. No, sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
Hearing 45 for a box of 9 mil.
Mhm.
Again, found any myself. Speaking of Bigfoot and I, when we were in Ohio, we
Mhm.
went to Rural King.
Yeah.
That's our new favorite store. We have to find one closer. They had so much ammo. We were like really happy and overwhelmed, to the point where I had to do a video because I was like, oh, this is awesome. So yeah, if you have a Rural King, you can get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't spell today.
What?
I'm trying to type something into chat and I can't spell. Okay, there it is. Finally came up. Yeah. I will link sites for ham radio practice test sites. QRZ.com. You could do. There's probably YouTube channels. I will look for some
Mhm.
and post them up, link them, whatever. And we'll get your license, folks. It's not that hard, and you don't really need to know anything about antenna theory or anything about electronics. Bigfoot would have a step up because he's an electrician, isn't he?
Yep, he sure
Yeah.
is.
There you go. He knows circuitry and all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and currently the testing costs $15, and you can take all 3 tests at one shot, provided you pass. Like if you pass technician, they'll ask you if you want to take general. If you pass that, they'll ask you if you want to take advanced or extra. So yeah, 3 tests for $15. You can't beat that with a stick.
Right. That's
Okay.
great.
The Great Lakes just posted up one on. He used the ARRL. That's the American Radio Relay League,
Okay.
and they have practice tests there. So yeah, comms is important, people. It's one of the top 4 things to prep. And having the tools is one thing. Knowing how to use them is a completely different ball of wax.
Yeah.
I strongly believe if you're going to get a ham radio, get the license. Because there's a lot of guys that will take a Bofang radio and program GMRS frequencies and start transmitting. That's illegal. They're not type accepted for GMRS. Will the FCC come down on you like the hammer of God? Probably not. They have more important things to worry about than me transmitting on GMRS radios or frequencies with my Bofang radio. Chances are it won't happen, but I don't want to take that damn chance.
Miss Lucky Dame Preparedness has a question.
Mm-hmm. Advice I was given was just to memorize than actually learn. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Memorize it, go through the test, go through the practice test, memorize the shit out of it, and then just take the test.
Comrade, can you do 40 or 20 meters now?
Right now, neither, because my 20-meter dipole is shot and I got to get a new one. And I don't have a 40-meter yet, a 40-meter antenna. I'm waiting for my new 20-meter dipole to come.
Okay.
So yeah, 20 meters. I love 20 meters because it is not dependent on seasons or anything other than time of day. 20 meters is good for the daytime. 40 meters is good for the nighttime.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, what is Great Lakes talking about? Is that the two different antenna things that I have on the?
No, no, that those are high frequency.
Okay.
20 meters is, give me 1 second. I got to look at it. It's 14.720, no, 14.120 to 14.350. That's the frequency range that I can use. 40 meters is, I got to stand up for this one. Hang on. Where is 40 meters? 7.125 to 7.300 is the frequency range for 40 meter.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't have, currently I do not have the dipole antenna because the one I had is shot. Because I was putting it up, taking it down, putting it up, taking it down because I live in an apartment and they won't let me leave it up. So when I get my own place, which is hopefully in the next year, I will be stringing up a end-fed half-wave long wire. So yeah, there's lots of DX, and DX is distant exchanges. That's the best way to think about it. You're going into Europe, going into South America, up to Canada. You talk to them folks up there, like North and Northern Girl.
Mm-hmm.
And Rage, actually. Rage is a ham radio operator up in Canada.
And Remote Christian Viewer, he lives in Canada too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of.
Kentucky, yes, drop the link. Drop it if you're are you a mod? Give me a
You're
second. No. Okay.
Let's see.
Great Lakes just dropped his link.
Got the link for him.
Yes, text gets 10 meter on 28.300 to 28.500. Phone, that's voice. And then 6 meters, that's FM. So yeah. I forgot text get 10 meter now. They didn't when I started. I was mad.
All of us non-radio people are going to have to learn to speak radio too, because I can start picking up that, all these big different words. Yeah.
And a lot of ham people tend to be technical.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll say, I'm going on 28.3. Okay, that's good for you. Congratulations. People like me, I'm going on 10 meter. I'll be down there in about an hour. Okay. Yeah, but once you get no, Sandwich, they do not test for Morse anymore. So that's not even an issue.
Nice.
They stopped that in I think 07. Yeah. CW is a continuous wave or Morse code. FCC dropped the requirement in 07. I ended up getting my license in 09, which is why I got my license, because I couldn't do Morse code.
Have a great day, CJ 1975. She's got
Thank you for coming in, CJ.
you.
Yep. So, yes, I will post links to ARRL, QRZ, Repeater Book, all of those great info. And I'll post those in the description of this later because I know they're going to wait to see if I say anything wrong or illegal or whatever.
Yeah. You know what Bigfoot does is a lot of Bigfoot streams. Believe it or not, he doesn't do anything wrong, but they all turn yellow. So
Yeah.
have a human being go over it, and in seconds it's green. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to cut this short. Well, I'm almost at 1 hour and 55 minutes. And I actually have stuff to do around the house. So
yeah, me too. But
I
it was
want to.
good
I want-
doing this with you.
Yes. I want to thank everybody for coming in. If you'd like to, subscribe. I'm here to answer any questions I can. And if I don't have the answer, I will get them. All right. Lake Ferry Prepper, thank you for being up on the panel. Great Lakes, thanks for coming up earlier. Thank each and every one of you for being in the chat. I really appreciate you all. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you later. It's K0MRD, your radio prepper, and I'm out. Bye.